Everyone pays a lot of attention on keeping themselves physically fit to always make sure that their organs are working perfectly. But do we take out time to do the same for our mind? Hey guys, I'm Jutakshi. I don't know why I did that peace sign. Anyway, my name is Jutakshi. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about mental health because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. In 1949, for the first time, Mental Health Awareness Month was observed in America, and since then the concept has reached different countries. So I'm going to be talking to you about mental health awareness and why it is so important and all that. These are just tips and tricks, most of which I have followed, and things that I do. So it's going to be pretty general. And yeah, what is mental health? If we have to talk about it, this is the only place where I'm going a bit into the scientific definition. Your mental health refers to your emotional, social and psychological well-being. So it is very, very important to make sure that you are fit mentally as well, because it has a lot of impact on your physical health and the way you do things. Say for me, if on a particular day I am sad or disturbed about something, it actually hinders my ability to do any sort of work. So that is why we have to focus on mental health so much. I am going to be talking about two things. One is how you can keep your mental health in check, and the second thing is how you are responsible to do the same for others. How you have to be mindful that your actions can impact someone else's mental health. So if we talk about our own mental health, there are various ways to go about it. First thing would be, you are not obliged to remain in a relationship which is toxic. If it's a friendship or any other thing, clear it out, let them know that there are things you don't appreciate, and just get away from that person. If they are always talking down to you, if they are always saying rude things to you, that's not true friendship or any other healthy relationship in any way. So first thing would be to get out of such toxic relationships. Create your boundaries. You cannot tolerate disrespect. Okay, so you are not supposed to be in any relationship where you are not being treated well. One thing that can prove to be very helpful is journaling. So we feel a lot of things on a daily basis. Sometimes you're extremely happy because something great happened to you, and other times you're upset because like something very, very bad happened to you. So when you're journaling, you're basically writing down your feelings or essentially your worries in a diary, which can be your safe space. If you're not comfortable writing them down, you can also use apps. Now we are in a wonderful time where there are different apps for every possible thing. So there are apps to keep your mental health in check as well. There is Vysa and Pixels that I can recommend because these are the ones that I have used and I know that they work well. Pixels I still continue to use because it's a bit more effective according to me. I am just going to show you what Pixels basically is. Right. So if I don't know if you can see this very well. Yeah, right. Yes. So this is basically a calendar sort of. I've given emoticons like emojis to describe how your day was, like this. So you can choose your mood accordingly and fill it. And then there's also a little box where you can just write additional things, or you can just put little tags of whatever it is you felt that day. So these apps also help you to keep your mental health in check. Third is talk. This is important, and this, I believe, is the most effective one. Whenever you are in some fix, you have any problem whatsoever, you must talk. Talk to your friends, your family members, and your teachers, or whoever it is you feel would understand your problem and would give you a great solution to it. All right, so talk to people who you trust. And while we are at it, I also want to discuss this very important fact. We have started talking about mental health. It is not considered as much of a taboo anymore, but still people are not very open to approach counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, and all these professionals. But it's their job to help you. There's no shame in approaching them. Why do you go to a doctor whenever there's something wrong physically with your body? So it's just the same. You're just going to a doctor for your mind. There's nothing wrong with it. We have a duty to normalize this, to talk about this openly with our friends and family, and let them know that if they ever feel that they need to approach such professionals, it's absolutely all right. I have done the same. Like, we have school counselors, and whenever I feel like I'm in need of another opinion other than that of my parents or my friends, I do approach her sometimes. So there's nothing wrong with it. Also, during this COVID time, a lot of people are becoming more anxious than ever before. And so I have two additional things that you can try so that you feel better. So one thing is, restrict the news you're watching. A lot of news channels are actually focusing only on the negative things right now. And although it is important to know what's going on around you, it can actually have a very bad impact on your mental health. So even if you're not restricting yourself from watching news, it's totally up to you. Do try to see the good side as well. Like, if you follow The Good Quote on Instagram, you'll see that their account is actually pushing out the good news, all the good things that is happening, how there is an improvement every single day. That's one thing, and I'm not a big fan of Kartik Aaryan at all, but I do appreciate his effort. He also has a YouTube channel where he is constantly trying to shed light on all the good things. So even if you cannot restrict yourself from watching news, you cannot take a small break, that's okay, but make sure that you're watching some good news as well, so that a balance is maintained. The second thing is, now because I talked about the fact that you can reach out to psychologists and counselors and all those people, during this COVID time there have been plenty of helpline numbers because there are people who want to help you out with your anxiety. So call them if you feel it's necessary. We are in this, we will get through this. So call healthcare professionals if you feel it's necessary. Don't restrain yourself. Now we come to the second thing, which is how it's our responsibility to keep others' mental health in check as well. Now, the first thing is, be aware of the jokes you make, right? Any joke you make which has a foundation of disrespect is not funny. In any way, if you're trying to disrespect someone by making a joke, it is not at all funny, and please don't do it. It harms the other person's self-confidence and it makes them feel very uncomfortable. So realize what is funny and what is not. Don't overdo it, if I may say so. And the second thing is, I have read this and I have experienced it myself. So slowly I'm starting to inculcate this in my lifestyle as well. And I really hope कि इस video से if you take anything, please take this. This is so important. I cannot stress this enough. The thing is that if you see that a person, there's something wrong with a person and they cannot fix it, say in 5 seconds, don't point it out. It will only make them very conscious about themselves. Say for example, if a person has a zit on their face, they cannot do anything about it and they probably already know about it. So if you just point it out and make fun of it, they'll feel so bad. So that's not the way to go about it. Basically, you just don't do things that you won't want others to do to you. If you put this in perspective, there are a lot of things that you would like to change. So this has to be understood by all of us, that if there's something wrong with a person and they cannot fix it in 5 seconds or less, don't point it out and make them feel conscious about it. The third and the final thing would be, try to be as cordial as you can with each other when you're in a conversation. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. If the person is younger to you, elder to you, that's totally all right. Just be cordial whenever you're talking to someone. And if you feel that a person is upset, or if you feel that a person might be going through something, instead of forcing them to talk about it, it's better to be supportive and just let them know that you're there. If they need to talk to you, they can approach you. That's the way to go. So yeah, that essentially covers everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I hope you liked this and it didn't seem very preachy and stuff. But yeah, feel free to comment down below and let me know what did you think of this video. I do intend to do more of these in future. How we are going to do it, like the schedule and all that, I haven't planned as such. But as soon as I come up with a concrete schedule of any sort, I'll definitely let you guys know. So thank you for watching this video and please like, share and subscribe. Bye guys.